the big thing that we need to talk about is the cleanup and make sure that we are all set for that.
Does that usually get a good response?
Yeah, I mean, depends. We usually get between 75 and 100 out of 10. We partner with Salt, which is a nonprofit, yeah. So I get the information to them, they put it on their website, they promote it, and then we order supplies from them. So I have all the bags and whatnot. They used to, before COVID, do grants, $50 grants for pickers that we would get. We don't know if they've done that recently. So the last pickers that we did, we funded ourselves. But we borrowed the cities and we have our own. But the bags and the vests and the gloves and all that come from Salt. So also Rotary. Ooh, really would have paid there.
Yeah, I know.
That's so odd.
So
There's no
Rotary
change.
is part of that also.
Rotary helps. So yeah, Rotary provides the pizza and the drinks. So they do for the fall one, because we do 2 a year. We do the fall one, which is for like the second or third Saturday in November. And then we do one on our birthday in the spring. And that one, there's donuts and coffee and hot drinks. And this is pizza. It's nice to have something hot. And then we use the local, the Rotary's local pizza place. We have not done river camp. I know that Saul does that. But I don't know the safety of doing it when the water's high. So I think I'd have to do some research on that. But that actually is a good question for the parks and the riverfront
Parks Committee.
Yeah,
Yeah, trying to get this public access to the river here, so.
yeah. That would be interesting to see when we need to do that.
Yeah.
But remember to know if we're tracking. Lucy, are you part of the river parks thing, river group? Saul's the nonprofit that we work with for our cleanups does sponsor riverfront cleanups. Has that ever been mentioned as part of as something that's needed?
Did you guys do the one that we did along the river? Was that the river that did it?
That was
River
good.
group did that?
The river group did that.
The
Yeah.
river
We
did
were
that.
there for that.
The river does do that in the winter.
I just always show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, I didn't know that. I wasn't sure if you were part of that because, you know, I just volunteered.
No, the river did that. The riverfront parks. What's it called? So I'm not.
Yep,
the
riverfront
riverfront
parks group. Okay, good stuff. Okay, so for this one, we don't have Anne. She said next, and we had one of our board members, which is why we were actively recruiting her board members. One of our long-standing from the very beginning of this group, which started 7 years ago. She has retired from volunteering. She works 2 other jobs full time. That's just not working out for family, which we understand. So she had the truck that normally takes all the bags of trash that we get to the dump. So we figured that out.
I have
She did.
so far. You know.
Okay, right. She did say the next cleanup she'll be able to do it.
Do you want to do action items first, or do you want to start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, great. So these are action items from last meeting.
Yeah.
Organized for the next meeting to have us walk all around the hills
Yeah.
downtown.
Yeah, I realize it's dark.
Yes.
That doesn't really work.
Yeah.
Let's maybe, do that when,
In the summer.
in the summer, yeah. Like, I think it's been on there since the summer, just to get done. Because we wanted to walk around and have everyone see the possible locations for murals, see the areas that we're looking at, and visualize it a bit more.
Can you just toss out addresses so people can go around?
I think we should probably just get a video. We have this
During the
super videographer here.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Yeah.
Would you ever want to do like a video of like,
Potential mural spots.
Yeah.
like potential mural spots that we've discussed?
Absolutely.
And maybe even do a full walkthrough if you ever have time of like bridge from like the probably the old Mexican restaurant, all the way
Sure.
down and then down maybe 2 or 3 blocks to the side.
Yeah.
That would be great.
This is the
Yes,
just so we can see what's there, and then maybe highlight a few places.
So what you wanna do, what you wanna show, and all that.
Yeah, that would be great, yeah. And then we can post it up on the, so we also have Facebook group that we have discussions in. We posted it there, we can talk about it too. Yeah, are you go on Facebook?
That's how.
Oh, that's right, sorry.
I always, wherever we go, I check out any kind of
The local groups, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
We got to go on a tour of Delphine School because it's, I think that they do that the first Friday. of every
Oh,
month.
that's how I know you too.
Were you
Yes, I worked there. That's how to see your face, that's how I know you. I was like, I swear I just saw
See,
you.
it's everywhere.
Did you guys look at the art up there?
Oh, goodness, I was so impressed. I went again.
You should, yeah. Yeah, you should.
All right, so we have Joe videoing spots around town, finding good spots.
Yes.
We need a TK send list of ideas, Linda send a list of spots.
Yes.
Which item are you on?
We're on old action.
Old action items.
So we're not on action item yet. We're going as quickly as possible.
We are number
No,
3.
no, no.
Review the items.
Yes. TK to ask, Gioia?
Goya.
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 Why did I mispronounce that? I totally know how to say it.
Because you
Because I
spelled it
said it
Giola.
wrong.
I have nothing to complain about.
Goya about an
Joya.
expert on construction and or building science.
I have some from her
Great.
on that, and I've reached out to one of them, the other one I have to reach out to, so I'm mid.
Okay, do we want to do a discussion on the update on the directional signs for the corners of Bridge and Main?
Yeah, let's talk about that at the public art discussion.
Great. And then we have John to get a quote for pressure washing Main Street and Bridge Street.
We got that.
Yeah, we got the, let's go, this whole one.
Maybe.
Okay. Reach out to structural engineer we can work with.
We did have that, right?
Yeah.
That's not the last one, I think.
Yep.
Okay.
These might be some old ones. We have TK reach out to Chamber about the signs on the highway.
Oh, yes, I did. I'm not heard back.
Okay.
I need to nudge.
And reach out to Natalie about finishing the last mural.
I did do that.
And what's left? I just looked at it. It doesn't look like it's empty.
The kayak, I've been asked again about that. Kayak?
Got to put the kayak in the mural.
Yes.
Oh,
Got it.
That was the sentimentalness of.
when you're
of
talking
me
about
and
signs
her.
on the highway, you're talking about welcome to Sheridan.
No, I'm talking about the new informational signs about, when I was the chamber president, we had a campaign to get more businesses on the highway because you have more of a chance of getting people to go up. And now that we've got the really nice gas station, we've got the Riverside Cafe. I don't remember if the gas station's on there. It might be, but I don't think so because I had a hard time getting the guy to agree to do it, or he didn't understand. So, but anyway, it would be really great to get them both on there. And so that was a chamber project. So that's why I was going to reach out to the chamber.
Doesn't that cost the state money? You have to pay the state money? Because Burgers Mystery used to have Burgers
It's
Mystery
not
on there.
terrible, and what it used to be is the chamber used to pay for half of it. It was like 500 a year or something like that, and the chamber for the first year would pay for half of it. Sheridan Chamber, so.
Because you got pick, it's that little bubble thing you could put,
Hello.
you could put,
Hi, Dave.
TK, we thought about putting Piccaroni and Subway in there.
Yes,
Because
Subway was.
I always see those in
Subway
there.
was. Subway was.
Hey, dude.
Yeah, sure.
How you doing, man?
Excellent. How you doing?
Good, dude.
Good to see you all.
Good to see you.
So why don't we do quick intros?
Sure.
Thanks for coming. You want to start, TK?
Sure.
We got, everyone's here now, almost except for John.
Yes.
And we just finished action items.
My name is TK, or Takasia. I'm the president of Revitalization, and I also work at the Delphine Museum. And yeah,
Sweet, I'm Ashton Sanders. I'm the vice president, and I do also do a lot of Cub Scouts.
Dorothea Lee, let's see, Sheridan Chamber of Commerce, Sheridan Parks and Rec, Sheridan Garden Club, and Churches United West Valley.
cool.
John Hebert, president of the Sheridan Museum of History. I'm also active with Meals and Wheels, been doing that for 12 years. And I also do the food bank at Calvary Chapel. And I happen to be the older brother of Lucy Hebert.
Nice.
Mom and Dad moved into town in '49. And
Today is their 82nd anniversary. They were here with us. Give me 5, bro. They moved here in the 1940s with just John and Susan.
49 in the 48 Studebaker.
And John is 81. He out of 7 children. He's number 1, and I'm number 5, and that's probably all you need to know. But I'm Lucy Hebert, and born and raised in Sheridan, and I am a realtor, and I'm on the city council and chamber, and I really enjoy revitalization. And I am currently on the art committee, which I think I might be exiting because I'm kind of getting away from the initial program was with murals and art. And I can't devote myself to so many things efficiently. And I really like to participate in this group. So I might have to do some cutting a little bit of the slack so that I can be more beneficial to the groups that I really support. And I really support these guys. They have great visions and they actually do things and get things done. And it's always collaborative. So that's what I really like. I like getting along.
Thanks.
Brian Koch, resident, retired.
And I'm the second half of that, and I'm Terry, and we just moved here a month ago, and
Welcome.
are just really busy getting involved and learning about our community.
I didn't tell you I was a realtor, right? I mean, it's in the aftermath, but
It's-
I'm the only one that was born and raised in Sheridan, and I've been doing it for 33 years.
Oh, as a realtor.
The only person that was born and raised in Sheridan as a realtor, yes.
Yeah.
I'm not the only realtor in Sheridan, but the only one that can brag on that, so I take everybody's word.
I guess I was born in the
Wilhelminas are,
So
they're
far
our
away.
brothers.
So far.
Hi, I'm Joseph Bailey. I'm the founder of West Valley Transparency. It is a media platform that covers what's going on in Sheridan. That includes council meetings, planning commission, parks and rec, and also sharing with the community on Facebook and YouTube what's going on in the community, how they can get involved, that way they can really see the process, what's going on, get more involved in the community. If I see a flyer that's posted, I'll screenshot and share it with people so people can see what's going on with the city's advertising. I'm trying to get them get out involved with Wilhelmina to see about getting them on board because they're part of the West Valley area. So I'm trying to broaden my horizon a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
Nice, thanks, Brian. My name is David Stearns. I am born in McMinnville, Oregon, raised. I have 3 children at Sheridan Faulkner Chapman, and I'm really getting involved with the schools right now. It's my main goal. To get involved with the school food programs, get involved with school garden programs, get involved with high school, middle school, elementary school. I own the nursery on the highway. I live in Chevron.
Oh,
So that's my new nursery permaculture farm endeavor. And we do everything organic, and I just want to get involved with the city, make it more beautiful, get more flowers, more fruit trees, more herbs, more people gardening. This downtown needs a lot more
Nice.
hanging baskets and flowers, and smell good flowers and herbs. So that's a lot of my goal.
nice. We love it.
It was my first revitalization. I wanted to get involved.
Yeah,
Very
welcome. I'm super glad you made it. That you commented. Sweet.
Okay,
All right, action items, treasure report. Do you have anything else to report?
well, we had the couple of things, we're getting the gift certificates for the 2 people that won. Oh, you did, you're so good. How are we going to get those? Are you gonna?
I'm open to suggestion. Here's the receipts that I need reimbursement for.
Excellent.
And Molly put on them $25 good at West Valley Mercantile or Sheridan Building Materials.
Nice.
And so we've got the 2 of them for our,
So everyone knows this is for the 2 people, 1, we do yard of the month. So this is making sure that they get their certificates for yard of the month.
so 2 lonely winners. So we only managed to do 2 this year.
Better than none.
Yeah,
launched it.
we got to
Let's
start, so next year we can go gung ho. So I don't know who wants to fill out their names and deliver them.
And do you
Yeah,
have
got
any?
it.
Yeah, I can do it.
If you can do it, that would be so fabulous.
Ian's wife, Mary, and
Would the not help?
I wish you would have told her not to throw the sign away.
What we did.
The other signs.
We've learned.
Well, that's how you learn a lesson. It hurts a little bit.
Well.
That's right.
I
I
told
got
her
your
I
receipt.
should pick up.
Make sure you get we'll write the check out to me.
Okay. I can't remember the names of the other people, but it was in the bulletin board.
Great.
Perfect.
The
I can't
bulletin board,
remember.
we have to check the PO box because the bulletin board will bill their,
Okay.
bill for, because we did the advertising and, also, I need to, can you make a note of something I have to do? I need to, reach out to the bulletin board and find out if they have the flyers. Because I think we built into this $300 for the ad to get flyers that I was gonna give them to you. If I let you know
Mine
that
showed
they're
up
ready,
this big on my email.
yeah, if I find out that they're ready, can I just tell you and you can go pick them up and do whatever you want with them since it's next
Tell them
week?
that, yeah, tell them to throw them to my mail spot. Jonathan just sees me
I'm just gonna send myself an email so that I see it first thing in the morning. And I'll just say,
But if I need to go pick them up, just let me know and I'll
Yeah.
go pick them up.
Perfect.
bulletin about flyers. Okay, great, I'll do that first thing.
Sure.
Okay, and so I think that's it. You don't have anything
I
else?
think that's it. I have.
Okay, what's next?
Okay, so next is the plan for the cleanup.
Okay, so, we plan on volunteers we need because we're short. So if anyone is willing to come there at 9:30 to help us make sure the tables are out. Ashton, do you have a table?
I have to.
We have tables, so I just need to bring our pickers and the bags and whatnot. Heidi's gonna bring the pickers from the city. Do you have any of the supplies?
I don't believe I have.
No, I
those.
took
I think
all
you
of
have all the pickers.
Plastic gloves.
I have all of those, yeah. I have the plastic gloves, the first aid kits, the bags, the pickers,
Little vest.
the little vests. I've got all of that. Heidi also is going to bring or send it to me to print out the maps, updated maps with areas that are gonna be highlighted or that they have seen need particular attention.
Okay.
Yeah, so can you make a note? I just need to reach out to Heidi and make sure that I find out do I need to print them or she can bring them with her when she drops off the pickers.
So is the Rotary gonna be there to serve
Yes.
chocolate?
And I need to
Are
just.
these different flyers than the cleanup flyers that you're getting to Lisa?
Yes, these are the maps.
The maps.
The maps. I'm just gonna write K. Oh. What's wrong with my colors?
So the one thing we haven't totally decided, and I do have a truck, I'd be bringing the tables in them, but we, can't write it off, sorry.
How many bags of garbage did you get last year in a multi-trust?
Yeah, it was a full
Good
truck bag.
I mean, what kind of a
Good
truck, a little F-1 with a little
It was
Toyota pickup or a?
It was a 150 or 250, I don't remember what she has, but like I think it's 8 foot truck bed. Anyway, and then Jay had to put it in that over, he was flying out.
That's
So,
good.
pretty good for 2 hours, about 100 people. So we're expecting about that. Do we have a little bit less in the fall? I don't remember.
Yes, we do have a little less than fall. So I've got a student who's doing a project to get 50 students from Delphian. I don't know that he's gonna get that, we'll see. He's starting to do
I am
announcements.
telling
and
the scout troops and the Cub Scouts, so.
I think we might get 30 to 40, maybe. I've been doing a bunch of promotion. I really would like to have us get 100, so I think the high school, when I filled out the form and stuff for to be able to use the location, I sent them the flyer. But maybe just note that too.
I can come help at the table.
Okay, great, so you can,
Oh, yeah.
Be at the table.
You're super.
so
helpful.
That was kind of fun doing that lesson.
that would be great,
We'll
yes.
bring music next time.
9:30 is when we're all gonna kind of get there and get set up. People start showing up at 10, and the cleanup is only 2 hours. So it's not like, hello.
You know, it would be kind of neat, you know, the one thing I noticed, and if the city could go down and spray, if they could spray the weeds, because now that the hydrant frame is off, there's so many weeds, they're just growing up on the sidewalks. I try to pull mine out, hours, just cleaning the crap up
But
that's
the
sitting
fence
there.
is gone,
The fence has been gone.
so maybe we can send a few of them with some, do you have
We,
The little rakes, the crack
yes,
rakes.
those things, do you have those?
Snake eyes.
What?
Snake eyes. Snake eye.
I was even thinking a flat shovel, but you know, you wouldn't want to let everybody have them,
Can
if somebody.
you see if you can bring some and we can maybe assign like a group of kids to do that? That would be good, I agree, that would be.
And you
really
know, they've got
good.
these big sticker things growing this big, it's just, not to mention, the homeless people are going into the building and then they jump on top of my building, so I've got vandalism on my building. And they think they maybe try to spend the night there, so I try to go check at least once a day, to see if I can see a
Do
little
you have the
camp.
realtor's contact information?
It's on the south side of the building.
You might want to just let them know.
I'm trying to figure out why they, well, the other guy, you
Yeah,
know,
they
without
must
telling me,
have
I can already tell you because I called the police, there's no way we can secure it, so we're not gonna, basically, we're not gonna do anything about it.
So you're calling the sheriff's you're calling the sheriff, right, each time you notice something?
I called the sheriff, no, I've got paid and they've taken the membrane off my building.
No, but I mean, you're reporting that this is happening so that the sheriff is aware of it. You
I
should
not only
be
reported, but
calling,
I documented, even
Good.
though I know nothing's being done, so I have a paper trail.
But did you reach out to the realtor also?
I called, this is when Michael Bulldogs still owned the building.
Oh, okay. I would recommend calling the realtor, because they have the bank has a vested interest in making sure that it's not happening, so they can
Well,
secure
what
it.
they told me before, there's no way to secure it, blah, blah, blah.
Well, I'm guessing that there probably is.
And now it's really bad because there's no fence at all. I mean, there's doorways open to every business, and you could walk in there tonight, actually, and set up a little camp in
There
there.
aren't any events on front?
Nothing.
Okay. Okay, can you make a note that I should reach out to the realtor to find out how that option is going?
Sure.
I heard they sold it.
Seriously?
That's what they said. I'd like to have a little bit more than just telling me that.
Okay, so we'll reach out and find out what happens. Because I was trying to remember when
That's what
I know they
said
had a
last time.
walkthrough at the end of October, and then the auction was, I thought it was on the 9th, but maybe it was the 6th.
They were starting the auction from November 2nd to the 6th of November,
Oh.
and the reserve, the base was, I think, 480 or 450, but that also came with it, and I told them, I said, that comes with a $200,000 grant from
Yes,
the
they can play
revitalization.
ball
If
with
they
it.
comply with the grant that you applied for.
Well, I gave all the information to the realtor, everything, every single piece of paperwork, so if they are gonna want to, they know how to reach out to me. So, that's a nice grant.
That's what I was told last
That's
time.
really good, I'm so excited. Okay.
Better than knowing about it.
Better than no one buying it, and whoever, hopefully whoever buys it has money and wants to get it done right away.
Well, and if you think about logically, which is what I tell people, because it's, you know, pre-advertisement is, you know, if the base is the reserve's 480 and you're giving them 200, you're buying that building for $280,000. And that's over a third of the block. That's what I say, it's a good deal, but there's a lot of work. So, you know, I already have somebody that told me, the other fix it, and I said, you know, maybe Trump will buy it, and, you know, I said, geez, can you just try to be positive? That's all I'm really asking for, is a positive thought, instead of saying, you know, the
I agree.
negatories.
Let's
Be
stay
positive or
positive.
shut up. I mean, that's what I'm getting in life.
Okay, good stuff. Okay, so where are we at?
I mean,
Cleanup, we're trying to figure out everything for the cleanup.
Great, so
We have
we've got,
supplies, we have talking about people.
we're getting anyone that can show up at 9:30, we're gonna do the setup, which doesn't take a lot of time.
I'll
And
be
then-
there, I can be there.
you can be there too. I mean, is that all you need, is somebody to set it up?
Yeah, it's just set up, and then also, we need someone to help run the tables. I'll be there, you'll go out cleaning, John, you should probably go out cleaning and make sure.
Or I
things
can
are
stay at
good.
the table too, whatever you want to do.
I think
You know
I
what,
can
I
handle
like-
being at the table.
I like to go out and clean. I mean, I like to feel
Maybe
like
you
I'm
take-
out there.
You'll stay, okay, we'll stay, you guys go out, and
I
then,
don't see the table.
It was fun last time. I didn't
if anyone is coming to do the litter pickup, it starts at 10 and it goes till 12. And the pizza and drinks, and it'll be
11.
fun. And fingers crossed, we will not have any rain. Usually it's just cold and maybe a little bit misty, but it's not like rain.
And the
Lucked out.
Pizza and drinks will show up at noon.
Yes.
11.
Usually
11.
about 40, yeah.
You tell them
And,
noon, say noon.
yeah, so Jim said yes, hot chocolate, water, coffee, and
It's
pizza.
11.
Any specific questions, go to Brad Myers, who's taking care of most of that.
So set up at 9 o'clock is me and you,
9:30.
John?
Yeah, I'll be there. And are we using your truck to do the trash this year?
Yes, unless there's another person who wants to offer up their truck to take to the truck, the dump.
And are we doing what Ann did one in Salem? Is that what she did last time?
No, I think you went back.
You sure?
No, I have no idea. But I think you went back.
I'm sure that,
I mean,
I'm sure.
what is it? I thought she was talking about going to a new place. Let me just check real quick. Where you took the,
Well, that's a detail.
we took the trash last year. Was it Matt? Okay, we'll find out.
That's Saturday.
That is on Saturday the 16th.
Right.
Yeah. And so, okay, so we've got all the supplies, we've got the volunteers, we just need to help promote to get a bunch of people there. We'll know what areas to focus on. We'll definitely try to get to the Hyder building on the front with the thingies. You'll bring the, you'll bring
Talking about weeds.
Yeah, the weed.
these thingy wingies.
I'm gonna throw your bags right there, just going around that area. And over by
Yeah,
Snap
put
Market.
those in the bag, they're dirt.
No,
We have the yard debris. Ooh, I need to bring the yard debris bags in if we're gonna do that. Can we, I need to bring the yard debris bags.
Okay.
I have some, so I'll let me get some too. Okay, so, anything else we need to talk
We talked
about?
about supplies, we talked about timing.
Anything else we need on the cleanup?
What other stuff? I feel like we're missing something on supplies, but we got pickers, we got the bags, we got the gloves, we got the tables, I've got the sign.
Oh, sign.
You got your trailer.
I'll get all the paperwork ready. I gotta download all the paperwork. I'll bring all that.
If you want me to come at 9:30, I can, it makes no difference to me, I wake up at 7.
Okay.
I just couldn't.
Yeah.
And then, but I'll go out and I'll actually. pick
Yeah,
up
that's
garbage.
good. I think that's good. Yeah. Okay. I think we're good on that.
Great,
If you think
that was,
anything.
that was
Wait,
amazing,
we
man.
need Jason.
For what? I told him he's gonna be here at 9 o'clock,
Okay.
why 9:30? That sounds even better. 9:30 for setup.
Don't make me.
John, 9:30 for setup.
9:30, yeah.
I'll be there.
Yeah, it's like just barely, it
Perfect.
won't take that. And you'll bring the tables, I'll bring everything else.
Don't forget paperweights, you always need paperweights.
Paperweights, big sign. I don't have paperweights, so.
AKA rocks.
Rocks.
I have some boys who will find you some paperweights.
Great, good.
I'm also putting your name next to it.
Okay, good, okay, next thing. Anyone have any questions on the cleanup? Anything we should be thinking about? Okay, next one.
Keisha,
Yes.
I'm gonna bug out, I have a contract
Okay.
over at the park there, but
Okay.
I said I'm leaving at 6:30, but I'll be back.
Right on time.
Thank you.
See you, John.
Bye-bye, John.
All right, you want to talk about our funding for
Yeah,
downtown business
so
projects?
this is a project that we decided on last meeting. We were trying to figure out something. Some of these projects take a while to get going. Like, it takes a while to talk about it, figure out all the details. So we were like, what could we do right away that would be a measurable difference in the downtown? Well, we could help support some of the downtown businesses with smaller funding amounts to do smaller facade improvements, visible facade improvements, flower baskets, that kind of thing. So we decided that for downtown, we would get an application going that would be promoted to the downtown businesses that would say, fill out what your proposal is for some improvement. That would be whether it be painting, flowers, a new
Roof,
door, anything. The main thing is we don't want interior. It should be something that's visible from exterior.
Like power washing the roof that has
Yeah.
2 colors.
Yes, exactly. It can't be like, electrical. It needs to be, unless it's lights outside. If it's lights outside, then yeah. But they just make the proposal, and then we have a certain amount of time that people can turn it in, and we do it twice a year. And then the board will pick out of that which one that we want to say wins or gets. And it's not, I can't figure out the right word for it. Maybe reimbursement grant. It's not that they give us the receipts. We say you're approved. They give us the receipts. I guess it is like a grant. Okay, fine.
And what was the amount, TK, was it 500?
1,000. We decided to do
1,000 each time?
1,000 each time because we knew that we could cover that with our fundraiser. Our
Okay.
main fundraiser, we got around 2,000 a year. So we could at very least cover that. And that would be a consistent, regular thing. That would be a measurable improvement to downtown. Where that stands right now is I was doing some research on legal stuff, and when we were at the town hall, we met with Rotary? Was it Kale? I totally forget who talked to me about it. Was it John, Kale, Matt? Yes.
Sweet.
Okay, the idea of a joint application.
With Rotary?
With another group.
Yes. The idea of having the city.
It was so long ago.
Having the city, we share one with the city, I think with Rotary, with Chamber, and with us. A application that could be for a variety of different things, like the city does a $500 grant, Rotary wants to do something, Chamber maybe, so we have some kind of like
I see one place where they submit the application.
yes, and it could be if it fits for any one of the projects that we're doing, something like that. I don't know that it's gonna work, but I wanted to actually, it sounded nice, and then we wouldn't have to, maybe the city would run it by the attorney, and then we wouldn't have to worry about the legal stuff because they would do that. I have yet to get a full response from everyone related to that. So I think if we're not hearing back in the next couple of weeks, maybe I'll just start drafting it, and we can do what the guy who was here before talking about the rocket lawyer law, whatever, and just run it by them.
Right.
Yeah. Because we really would like to start. We have money, we have donos, we've had our fundraiser, we have money, we'd like to see some immediate, whatever, yeah. And that could be, it's probably not gonna pay for getting a building repainted, but it could be going towards a chunk of it.
Yeah, and that's all they need to get started,
Yeah.
if they wanted to do it anyway, and they could get a grant for 1,000 to help
Yeah.
they actually do it, great.
And maybe if we find out that 1,000 is too little to really do anything, then we could do one for 2,000 a year. That, I mean, we can survey, we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
And maybe.
We've got an expert here. Could somebody doll up their facade in some way for $1,000? Is that reasonable?
So it's kind of funny because I talked to TK about the back of my building because they tore it off in the alley and the facade's coming loose. But as soon as I can get it repaired, then I talked to Colt because he did such a good job on the front. I asked him, I've already asked him once, but he's also looking for a place to relocate, and I'm seriously considering bringing him to my building because I'm so fed up with the wine tasting and no help that, and I know that he has thought seriously about coming to Sheridan, and then I was going to negotiate with him to have some things done on the building, but that outside of my building needs to be prepped. It's just all you gotta do is go to the post office and look at it, and I don't know what it would take, but I've talked to 2 contractors, and they told me, oh, this is all you gotta do to make it sound like I'm tying my shoes.
Yeah. But I mean, just
How much?
somebody
It's-
for the front, the facing Bridge Street. That just,
Well,
you know,
it
some
really depends on the
planters.
project, like whatever.
Yeah,
How
but
we get
can
answers.
somebody do something, like just maybe paint trim around their window and put some, a planter in front of it?
Well,
What the city's looking at doing is, and I don't know when they're gonna do it, but it's a nice thought, and actually, my sidewalks are not that bad, in fact, they're made out of aggregate, if you know what that is.
Yes.
But they don't like them, but when you're not, they're not that bad, but they think if they redo some of the sidewalks, they're gonna put in like the Davisons, the water hangers, because they know they can't ask anybody to be like Dwight or Isla Skyberg, and she watered all the plants in Willamina, but they were gonna put like what they have in the pavilion and in Davison's, stationary down the street, little planters that would be fed by the water supply. And the city was gonna do that, so that's something if you're thinking, I mean, they were thinking about doing it in the plans of thinking. Normally I just say that, but I keep forgetting that Joe's got this recorded. So I don't wanna say they are doing it, but they were thinking about doing it, so they could maybe possibly incorporate
Gotta
that
sit over here
with
next
the
week.
plan that you're coming up with. So it would, and maybe the chamber or the Rotary could come in and and think of something like that too.
I think 1,000 would do something. It wouldn't do like a whole.
I tell you what, I'll
It
go
depends
ask
on a
those
lot of things.
contractors.
There's some very simple things. We had a contract here last month, and he pointed out a couple things that you could definitely.
Sorry, I missed that meeting.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah, that was
Who
really
was
helpful.
he?
His name is Town Ward, he's from that.
Mm.
I
Actually,
coached
not like-
his son in soccer, so.
Mm.
Not like every couple of months.
Yeah. Yep.
I did actually.
I would buy Town, yeah.
Every couple.
He is definitely
We have
very.
cookies and water and breakfast cider. Okay, good. What were we talking about? Oh, the project.
So what happened, I'm sorry, I'm gonna get everybody off track here, but what happened with what Ian was talking about?
What was the end?
Remember, he said that the city had
He has a.
like $1 million that they had
Oh,
to
the
spend in a
ARPA
short
funds.
period because they weren't gonna do,
I
Old
watched
Sheridan
part of
Road,
that
is that
city
really-
council meeting, and I think you guys voted on the top ones, and wasn't the top one plaza related?
It is Plaza because that should be our focal point of downtown. If you've ever been to Dayton Nights, they got a little stage.
I don't think any of us would disagree with that, getting that done.
okay, so that money is going to that.
No, because now somebody wants to spend it on the plan outside of town. Hello, everybody. And they currently turn it on manually, and they've been doing it for like 18 years. You basically drive up there and you turn it on if there was a water shortage or something, because it doesn't turn itself on. But I'm thinking, well, you could probably still keep turning that. It was $350,000 of those funds. It's a lot of money.
The automated on and off switch.
Yes, instead of driving.
But isn't
No,
it
you're saying,
a
you don't say drive up there.
But that wasn't the majority, though.
They are going to try to decide at the next meeting because there's a little carriage there going on.
It
And
hasn't fully been decided. I have a feeling that,
they limited it down to like maybe their top 6,
okay,
and it was like 20.
I totally understand the water and all of that. I think from our mission, we would probably be the most interested in the plaza, because getting that repaired and getting it to be a really nice focal point for downtown would be amazing. We were gonna talk about the lights, but I saw the list of stuff, and I honestly think we would agree that this is priority.
It's great.
Bridge lights are one thing that we really wanted to do, twinkle lights are up there, but the professional, nice bridge lights look really super nice. But I still think that the plaza, getting the plaza finished would be probably the
But you know what, I do too, but I agree with the rest of that money, the plaza would tie in really, really nice with the bridge, and it was budgeted $70,000, and it was on the ARPA list.
The lights?
The lights were on the
Oh,
ARPA list.
That's
They
nice.
were, and I think that kind of goes with the plaza, with the bridge, as that focal point for the downtown.
That was about
So
the right.
people need to call in, or people will need to come in, and they need to voice during that first 3 minutes, because they haven't made a decision yet, but they probably will somewhere close to the next
When's the
meeting,
next
which would be the first and third, so whatever the third Monday is of the month.
Okay.
You don't have to be there, you can do your little thing, your little Zoom in thing.
I'm sure none of them are a bad choice, but for
No,
what
it's-
for what we would want
Right.
to have for downtown.
I mean, all we have right now is that it would take away from the deterioration of the downtown and give it a major facelift.
Okay, good stuff. Did that answer your question?
Yeah.
Great.
Sorry.
Gee,
No, that was a good question.
It's a good question. It just wasn't time for project funding for downtown. Was there anything else we wanted to know? Is there something else we want to go over the project funding for downtown businesses?
That I think that if this application cycle is gonna take too long, I just think we need to
Just start.
start it.
Yeah.
'Cause
Because
I
we want
really-
to pay out in January or
Yes.
February.
Yeah, so which means.
Yeah. So we need to, if
When
we
do
don't
get
hear
this information
getting
out?
information in the next week or two, we got.
Yeah. Okay, good, which means, gotta do some research on that. Okay, good.
All right, so you're gonna reach out to,
I already have, I just
follow up.
I need to
See
follow up.
if they want to do it, or if we just do it ourselves for this time.
Yeah, sounds good.
Hasn't been done.
Not
Not by
this,
us.
not by us. The city does that, but does it for 500, does it for nonprofits, not for businesses. So I'm part of it's an email listserv like you, with Oregon Main Street Managers, because we're part of Oregon Main Street Group. So I'm part of the Oregon Main Street Managers, and so we can send questions to each other. And it's like a daily thing. So I sent out a question of, have any of you guys done something like this? And got back some really great responses, including how they've run it before, that sometimes they provided paint or they provided supplies, and then businesses could take advantage of that. Something that doesn't require a lot of management because we lack in time. So, and for this one, it seemed like it made sense because they would put a proposal in, we would pick, and they do the work, and we just reimburse based on receipts, which makes sense.
Which is not including hours, right? That's not sweat labor, not sweat.
I don't, yeah,
It would be.
It's materials.
Materials.
okay, Ann said it was Mac, so you're right. So, Mac,
Trash is going to Mac.
Josh is going to Mac. And so the money for all of this money that helps fund the cleanup is from donations and from fundraising that we've done. Okay, anything else for the project? Anyone want to ask any questions about that? Project funding for that time? I think that would, the flowers thing would be super cool. Yeah, yeah. Power washing update. Do you have anything that you want to talk about? I totally
I thought
forgot.
we weren't doing that.
Did we decide to scrap that just because we wanted to do
I
the
thought
focus on the?
I thought what you were just talking about is gonna take the place of the power
That
washing.
might
I mean, I
have
think
been-
power washing's great, but I thought that
it just
I
got too
ended on that.
complicated?
I
Okay, good.
think
That's
we
fine.
have a video from last month that we can go look at.
Okay.
I think I read the minutes from the last minute, and they thought it was too much of, I don't know what you want to call it, like,
Legalese.
yeah, and, something happens to the building or
So
something.
the notes from last month are the city officially owns the sidewalk. It would be easiest to get a simple contract ask for approval, that all liability falls to the contractor. I don't think we canceled it, but
I guess,
They did power
that's
washing
just my
the
take
sidewalks.
on it, but
Yeah, we can bring it up. Let's shut.
I mean, $500 for that, the one guy wanted to do both sides of the street for $750, so.
Yeah. Well, you know what we could do is we could include in the application some ideas of what they could do and just say, we've gotten recent estimates for power washing. Yeah, and then they can take on the liability of doing all of that and we can reimburse. I like that. Okay,
If it makes you feel any better, I take my hose on the high jet nozzle and I clean off my sidewalks periodically with the DM to the corner lot where the red lizard's at.
good
You
job.
just doing about doing the sidewalks, or
Yeah.
were they concerned, John, if you did the building itself, or was it just about the
we're
sidewalk?
just planning on doing the sidewalk.
We were just planning to do the sidewalks.
$700?
Ridiculous. We got one proposal for 6,000 for it, so.
That's a bit different.
It was two sides of the street between the bridge.
Faulkner and Bridge
That
Street,
Bridge
both
is
sides.
It's one, so it's from the bridge, if you go across the bridge and turn right,
Mhm.
that block, pretty much from that corner down past the bulletin,
Yes.
down to the library pretty much, like that side, both sides of the street, sidewalk, both sides. As far as I know, there's only one hose hookup, which is,
That was the other, that was my
That's a-
other
that's a
concern.
challenge.
The thing is,
We'd have to get the owner of we'd have to talk to the owner of the
Yeah.
pharmacy, because I believe that's the only hook water hookup.
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't you go ask if you could use the fire truck's water truck? They got a big nozzle on that baby. Wouldn't take long to do it.
I actually think that one of the cities said they did that, because I asked about that.
Yeah. I mean, that's like cutting your time in half. I'll man that big hose. Give me that tank of water and we'll go down the street and I'll just barrel that baby right out.
Do you have insurance though?
If the fire department did it, a lot of times they shoot water out of the fire hydrants in the middle of summer.
I was just kidding.
I could call the fire chief and ask what they'd be interested in doing. It's not their busy season.
Yeah.
It's not their busy season right now.
If they take it on, that would be great.
I'll write them on my little.
oh, I found another to-do item. Do we do skip art? No, so art's coming. Great.
Yeah, it's coming up, yeah. Okay, art is next, public art discussion. So,
Ask Lucy for details on what this could look like and where, for new directional signs.
yes. Wait,
I feel like we already did that.
did that.
It's be on the bridge and I
what
got
was I
Sandy.
supposed to do?
Remember, it's a facsimile of Sheridan Road, except instead of being like this, one would be on the
Yeah,
green
yeah.
building and one would be on the pharmacy.
Were you going to have him do a lump of it though? I think that was the last thing. and you were gonna ask him, Colt, to do a mock-up of it.
I thought the last thing you guys were gonna decide, because I got a consent from the manager of the pharmacy.
Yes.
I think somebody questioned that.
I did,
And
just wanna
then-
make sure the
okay,
owner.
But the other one was Denny, and he got all excited about that, so.
Okay. Oh, I just think I had some silly attention on the fact that the crosswalk light is right attached to the building.
Well, no, because you gotta do it on the side where you don't see it.
And that won't impact the visibility.
But
of the
weren't you
crosswalk.
with me when we looked at it? Were you with me or somebody from this group?
Yes.
And I said, this is why you would only look good on this side, because the lights plug up the whole side of the wall. You can only put the sign, you see, you have to put it on the green building on this way. And I think the other one was like if you're coming from Willamina and you're looking at it, so when you're looking at the stop sign that way against the pharmacy. But that's why you couldn't put them together, because you're correct, the walk light, the stop and walk, it plugs it all up, you can't see anything.
Trying to pull up a photo of that, actually, you put
I
up
thought
a
I
nice
even
photo.
maybe took pictures for you.
He
Before
just did a,
I thought I sent them to somebody.
no,
I did a little research for you though.
Crushed it.
right? Yeah, so really, we just need to basically agree on what's gonna go on the sign.
Yes, and I think we even talked
And
about,
I just wanna make sure that the owner of,
Yeah, that
Yes.
spot.
Yes.
So this would be the spot. This is,
I see, please.
yep. This is the spot of the pharmacy.
Yes, that on that
facing-
wall right there.
It's facing the bridge. When you cross the bridge, you'll see that.
I'll pull up the picture of the
And that
sign.
one would say
Well, we
like,
couldn't do
This
both
is-
corners.
This is what
'cause
we
that
did
blocks the-
over, yeah, so that was our project.
and that worked really well in that location.
Yes, yeah, so the idea is to do that, that's on the corner of the pharmacy and then across the way on the corner of the
The green building.
And actually, you know,
This
what would be kind of cute on the pharmacy too, just because we're good neighbors, is have one that's playing Willamina. You could also have the library, you could have
We should
the
do a
city
vote.
park.
Maybe we should do a community vote on what goes on there.
No, I think sometimes it's just better to make a decision
Yeah.
yourself.
The
You
community.
get
I
kind
mean,
of.
what we
But
should,
then we get accused of not consulting with the
Yeah, that's
Well,
community.
then come to meetings, they show up.
yeah,
That's why you get
community's here.
volunteers.
I'll be important.
Sorry, I'm being kind of rowdy tonight.
Mm.
Sorry.
Lucy, you're gonna have to sit over here next week.
I- I-
Next time,
Joe,
out of the picture.
Shut that thing out, Joe. I
So,
don't-
I don't know if anyone followed Ed, he went to Amity, I think, and he
Yeah, I saw
posted, you saw that?
Yeah.
Where there's like a seed, there's a sign.
Yeah, that's what, yeah, that's what
Okay.
Ashton had posted on. So what I told him was, this was really cute. Willamina got, I think it was like 5 or 6 years ago, there was a grant between Grand Ron, Willamina, and Sheridan for like visioning.
Wayfinding.
A wayfinding grant. And a whole bunch of work went into that. The Sea Reach was doing all these mock-ups. They had a bunch of input from the community. Willamina had their stuff together and came up and agreed what was.
They jumped on it.
They jumped on it.
They got it.
Sheridan had a lot of feedback, but whoever was a part of it at the time did not agree. They had concerns that the logo didn't encompass everything and there wasn't a cohesive agreement. It took
Did we
too
get a
long.
second version of a logo or just?
I think there was a couple versions of it, but it just took too long from what I recall. It took too long and the cycle went away, the funding cycle went away. Out of those 3 places, Willamina is the only one that got it. It's gorgeous. If you look at Willamina, their signage is really cool. And it's branded for their town and they have, so then if anyone wants to do like a event with we have the colors, we can be cohesive. So Sheridan doesn't have that right now, which is in part why, what I understand why the logo contest is happening, is to try and move in the direction of let's figure out what the logo should be, what the color should be, what is representing Sheridan, so there's more of a cohesive concept, which will be really great and helpful for us too, because we want to not have so much like this and that, but like a more of a cohesive thing. Like, and we always use an example, Sisters. Sisters has a really great cohesive downtown theme, and it's very easy to create interest and touristy stuff and all that because of Sisters.
Yeah,
About Sisters.
yeah, but obviously it wasn't there.
It's agreed to the facade will be a certain way, all of that, and it's very cohesive, yeah.
So what is the, like the historical part of this town? Being new here,
Like,
You're sitting in it.
yeah, this is
Let's
the,
look
This is
around.
it. So you go, you got the bridge.
Yeah.
That's the,
And then Main
and
Street.
then you go up like 2 blocks on each side, is
Yeah.
that?
that's the historic downtown core. There used to be, for a not very long period of time, an archway. So the one that I saw someone posted up a logo with the archway, and then it posted up, I think it was a chamber thing that I had done, which was a picture of Sheridan, and I did small town with a big heart, and then she included that, which was really cute. She must have Googled Sheridan, I know that wasn't come out. But, so that is like a historical element that not everyone would know, but that's very cool. Wheat, like
Hops,
farming,
lavender.
agriculture. The river right now in a lot of logos has the river and the bridge.
The bridge.
The bridge is iconic. Logging used to be a lot in this area, but Willamina kind of has logging. Grand Ron has the tribe. So Sheridan, what is Sheridan's identity? There was a conflict between if Sheridan's identity is agricultural or more river or more.
I think the logo that did not get approved was it had a tractor on it.
Yes, it was more agricultural, which is not bad, but there was disagreement that was what.
Sheridan is pretty big, especially north and south. Like it goes very far down.
Yeah.
Well, you can drive like 25 minutes and you're still in Sheridan.
Not in the city limits, but
In
what
the
is
city.
considered.
Yeah, but that's all Sheridan.
That's all Sheridan, yeah.
But it was,
Yeah.
Farming, yeah,
Lots of
exactly,
farming.
lots of farming.
but it was cattle ranching at the time. If you were to look out over the North Hills, when you're inside here, the North Hills of Sheridan didn't have any Douglas fir up there. It was beautiful, like where you live. It was, all of Sheridan was like Cherry Hill. And this, as a timber companies came in, they started planting evergreen all over this beautiful pasture land. But they also had, Sheridan had the second largest rodeo in the state of Oregon.
Well, that's what, the old sign, remember going down 18, said, home, so.
Sheridan,
Yeah.
Sheridan
We
That was taken down.
we took down the one that was falling down, and then our group did, with a lot of coordination, took down the letters. Oh,
Rich Cox.
Rich Cox, yes, who used to be a council member. He went up there and he took down the letters and you new letters.
You remade all new
Remade
letters.
all new letters and used some kind of special paint on it that was reflective paint, and it says Sheridan
on the river.
on the Yamhill River. So now that says Sheridan on the
Come the
Yamhill
other
River.
way, you're coming from
From
the
the-
beach or something, yeah.
Yeah.
So in the heyday, they, when a lot of people here, a lot of businesses, like, when you go down the street now, everything's closed down, there's really nothing, to come here.
Yeah.
So,
That's what we're working on.
Yeah. So what happened is that lumber was very big here. There was a thing in the 80s and 90s with the spotted owl that contributed to the 2 mills, I think, closing down in town, which caused an economic downturn. I don't pretend to know everything, but I was around part of that. So, and there was, when I was a kid, you could walk down, I used to walk downtown and every business was full, So it was things got rough.
Revitalization.
Yes, things got rough economically, and then also a lot of small towns are struggling. This is like, you can get supplies from other bigger towns, you can get supplies online, and it's a struggle. So the big box stores tend to pull a lot of people, and shopping local, especially this local, can be a struggle.
Well, I think it's quaint, just putting up that archway, and doing something with the bridge, I think that is something that would draw people,
Yeah.
that's going into a,
Yeah.
you don't see that, you don't see that in some towns.
Yeah, I really think the plaza, because we are the only town in this area that the downtown is directly on the river.
The river's the key.
The river is like, we really feel
And
like
I
we
think
can
we-
tie in the river, get that other restaurant full,
Is that the one that,
That's the hider, sorry, the Huntley, yeah, you're right. That's the one that has
so
a,
when you're coming over we were walking yesterday, and when you're going that way.
Going that way.
the balcony.
Yeah, and then we're like, that would be
That
such
was
a.
owned by the
It's
same
going to
guy.
be wonderful.
That was owned by the
guy-
same guy that owned the hider building, and he went bankrupt. So it's been sitting for some years. The bank basically has forced him to sell them, which is probably good. And I don't know if that wasn't part of the auction. So I'll ask them that question too, and if they've gotten any bites on that, because the work is partway done for a restaurant. You know, yeah, I know.
We would make a
On the
great
river.
restaurant on the river. But to add to TK, because she's a little bit younger than me, that when I was a kid, all the traffic that came off the highway had to come down Sheridan Road, and then it went up Mill Street. That's how you went to the beach. And that's when Sheridan was really booming, because you had to go through Sheridan and continue down to the beach. And then they put the dreaded bypass in, and Sheridan's bypass did a wonderful job. It's much better than Dundee's, actually. Dundee didn't do it far enough, but it did such a great job. And back in the day, nobody knew how much business that would kill off in a little community, and they didn't prepare for it. So when Dundee put their bypass in, which is actually a Perrier car, sorry, they started to train the downtown area. They started to build it up, because they had to start training the people. If you're a tourist, come through town. If you're not, just take the bypass and go. Sheridan didn't know, and so very slowly through the years it just started. We had Timmix and Minot, we had furniture stores, we had a hotel,
Bowling alley.
we had a
Car
bowling
dealer,
alley, we
gas
had-
station.
We had, I think we had
Ice
nine
cream
gas stations.
There was a movie theater even.
We had a movie theater, just with the big.
That was before
wrestling.
your time, but no.
And we had a drive-in theater. We had everything.
Rodeo,
The rodeo.
We had the second largest rodeo.
A
in the state of
fair.
Oregon.
a real circus and everything.
Well, when we came, they were circuses that we're talking about, yeah. But, and it just slowly dwindled down. And then FEMA raised its ugly head and decided, I'm gonna cause havoc with any of these little communities, because it flooded in 1964 once, and they've been making us pay like we live in New Orleans ever since.
Basically, like, in order to do any building or retrofitting, you have to play ball with a lot of regulations, a lot of finances that have to go into that kind of thing. So it makes it cost prohibitive for someone who wants to go into a small business and wants to do anything, so.
So we need to make a new history. I mean,
Yes,
not to be
we're starting fresh.
Susie Downer or whatever that expression is, but it's time to change the page and move on. I hate to say that.
No, but that's the history of why, then it just.
No, I mean,
It's not a mystery why it happened. We
Right.
put a bypass in, which is great, because now it only takes 1 minute and 30 seconds to get from the bridge to the outlet to the beach. I can't think of another town that can get there that quick. So actually, once we reinforce everything, and my big thing is if you can legalize marijuana in the state of Oregon when it's not federally legal, and FEMA's federal, why can't we fix the FEMA floodplain in communities where it's not a threat and fix it the same way they did with the weed stuff? That's what I'm just saying.
And make
Okay.
FEMA illegal?
There
Or-
you go. Good
No,
stuff.
it's not illegal.
Okay, let's.
Sorry,
move
bad
on.
joke.
This is a great discussion. So, we're gonna have Joe do some video for us so we can look at some mural locations. I reached out to Natalie. The logo contest is really cool, and, that's being run by
Yeah,
the.
if anyone wants to
subcommittee.
submit logo designs, you can do paper or digital.
Yeah.
They're looking for anything great.
The city posted up on their Facebook page.
And they do not mind if you start with their existing logo. Like if you want to just edit their existing logo and make it better, like it's totally fine too.
Yeah, it just has to say City of Sheridan on it, and then they want,
River and the bridge,
yeah.
trees.
They got in there and but yeah, it is a full-ish logo.
Oh, look at
They
this.
were talking facelift, I think was the words they were using.
They have, in the back, there's historical information, that's kind of cool.
Oh, wow.
They're doing it. The Masonic building being condemned in 1963. Anyway, sorry, gotcha. Okay,
TK, this lady reached out to me about having interest in working on the mural on the pharmacy.
graphic painting and more.
Her name is
Working on the
Johnny.
mural that's
Nope.
already-
Oh, Johnny in the room?
I'm sorry,
She's
we decided that we're not gonna work with her, and I
Okay.
can say this on camera, we decided that we're not gonna work with her.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no worries. That's nice though, but yeah, she can reach out directly to the owners, but she was pretty horrible to us about the mural on the wall over there. She didn't like it, she thought it was the mandala that's over there, she thought it was satanic. And made her voice very clear in the meeting, and she went to a couple of the meetings and said the same thing, so,
The mandala,
yeah.
where's that located?
That's
The mural.
The mural.
the one mural.
That's demonic or satanic.
said that-
That's what you were saying.
She said that the skulls, the deers represented Satan. I don't know. What main thing is it's just like, no, I don't think so. Which is a bummer because she did a great job on the
Legion Hall.
Legion Hall, yeah. And
But
I
she
think
did
She's a very good painter.
she did the lumberyard sign, and you see how it's faded, she used the wrong kind of paint.
okay, yeah. We would definitely be interested in working with her, except for that it was really unpleasant. Just really unpleasant. And since we're talking about like volunteer money and whatnot, I just don't think we can. So, yeah, okay, I would love to, there are so many great artists, like, so many great artists here. I'm sure that if we
Yeah, do
Yeah,
we
it's
have
spot
some,
picked out.
do we have another spot we wanna pick up? Is that the next job on this one?
Yes, we just want to pick out a spot, and we have a couple of them that are potential, like really good potential, and then we just do, there's a website that you could put out a request for artists, and they do quotes, and, yeah. And Natalie was the one that did the one over there. I would love to have her do something else. She did the Willamina sign, the one that's the letters, if you go into Willamina, but she is really busy. She's very hard to get a hold of. She did one in McMinnville on the new mural alley. Yeah, mural walk, yeah. Okay, good. So the next thing is update from city council. I watched almost the entirety of the last. Not all of it. I heard your
And do we know
presentation.
who our new city councilor
That's good.
are yet?
Oh, yeah, do we know the
It's
Teresa Scott?
Mr. Flynn. I can't remember.
It's not finalized, but it's
No,
Somebody read it off the county
He's
website.
it's not, yeah, it's not,
it might
He's
be
at 14%
Flynn,
right now.
Yeah, Flynn is currently in third place.
Yeah.
Denny, and Jim.
Yeah, Jim, I think there's no way that a margin would get higher than.
I think he got the most votes for you.
Yeah, he got the most, hello, he got the most by far, so I think there's no chance, the only one that I think that could would be.
I think the other ones were
What's up, Justin?
tied, I think the other ones were tied almost very together.
Yes.
The other three
It starts at 6.
Oh, it does start.
Please sit, join me.
Of course, we like to
Get
say,
in on the end.
thank you for making me look like I wasn't late.
We were just going over, this Justin, you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Justin, we moved to Sheridan a couple years ago.
Yeah, yeah, I reckon. Cool. Well, yeah. One of the main things, just so you know, that we were talking about is we have a cleanup, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday from 10 to noon. So if you want to help promote that, it starts at 10, just go to the high school, and then once the cleaning's done around 11:30 noon, there'll be pizza. Everyone closes.
You know, I probably should put something on that thing for that contest that, you know, our resource, the museum, is one of the greatest outlets for the history of Sheridan. If you're looking for a new
True.
design, whether you wanted to use hops to wrap around the frame, or the fact that there's
Great, it's
lavender.
the best place to do the research.
I mean, it's really, and you know, the logo for the museum, if you see it, it's got the essence of, I think, the archway and the train station, which is why the city hall is a replica of a train station that actually used to be there. And, you know, really, I like the idea of playing up on all those really positive things. But if somebody was younger and they wanted to know where would you get an idea, I mean, I should make sure that they kind of promote the,
Here's the archway. See right there?
oh yeah, there's the archway. And it was right between,
And this one
Huge.
down.
it was right
Huge
over
in
there,
the
it was over by Copeland Lumber Yards. archway and across where the railroad tracks.
So the bridge would be down that way.
Yeah.
A little bit, but not far.
So you can see the hills of Sheridan right there, and there's no trees on them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I rode my horses up there when I was a little girl from 4-H. I know, it's pretty awesome.
Okay, so the city council, we were talking about who was gonna be in it. Yeah, it seems like it's gonna be those three. I think
When's that final?
I think it's not until the 27th. Oh, yeah. Oregon's slow.
I think it's the mail-in ballots that they're still gathering.
Oh, yeah, that's
As
right.
long as long as.
Oregon's a mail-in ballot,
Yes.
yeah.
I think they're waiting on that.
Okay, but it looks like it will be, Jim, who is the incumbent, Denny, who also is, and then new is Peter Flynn. Does anyone know Peter Flynn? I don't know.
Liz went to the board, you know, when they did the,
I did
Yeah.
too, and he was pretty impressive. He hadn't, excuse me, he didn't have any civic experience, but he was younger, and open-minded, and had some fresh ideas, and was impressive. So I'm glad
You
you
should definitely invite him to another meeting. Great. Okay, cool. And then we talked about the ARPA funds.
the ARPA funds, which they're going to have at the next, I believe, the next meeting, which is gonna be when, Ashton?
The third Monday.
Third Monday of
Third
the month.
Monday, which is not next Monday.
I think they could put it off, but those funds have to be appropriated by the end of December. Don't have to be used,
Wow.
they gotta be assigned.
And
coming right up.
McMinnville, or is it Yamaha County that's doing the same thing? This is not connected to what the county is doing, right? Or is it maybe just that ARPA funds have to be used in general for anywhere by that?
They originally were gonna put them on Sheridan Road, but would have been a waste of time because they're never gonna get it done, and there's nothing worse than a nice street that you tear up 6 more times. So I
I'm
always say
guessing
that.
it probably had a timeline you might have to start with.
Yes, but you have to have those assigned by the end of the year.
So that must be that's just the federal government is saying it has to be assigned by the end of the year. Okay. So I know that the county.
There's a couple, 2 or 3, you could probably get 4 really nice projects done, and that maybe would never get otherwise.
So we should try to promote that if someone can't make it to the next meeting, do you know when the next meeting is?
The
18th? That we should promote on like the Facebook group, or I can send it out to email list without, people should, if they have a idea of, I guess it's only looking at the top 6. Like,
Well,
every
I
event-
think they've got it down to 6 or 5, something like that. But the one misconception about the pavilion, it isn't just the pavilion, it's that retaining
The
wall to
retaining
keep the
wall.
water.
Yeah.
It's also doing the ramp for the river access, which will actually put Sheridan on the tourism map for the state of Oregon. It includes paving the back parking lot and putting, then you have to pave it out because it's a gravel road, you have to pave it out to the street, like when Monroe Street's at.
Is there a way that I can conveniently get a list of like a paragraph each of the top ones that you guys are considering? Because what I'm saying is I can post it up on the Facebook group, I can put it out via email and say, the council would love to have your feedback. There's a public comment section of the meeting, which is, you can either be online, you can submit a comment, or you can be there in person. Is that correct? Those three?
Yes.
So I can say that, I can add the comment link, but I think they would need to read like a paragraph on each of these, and then we can maybe get a little bit more feedback.
I have the copy because, as I think down to the last 5 or 6, and I can at least send it to you.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah. Good.
And I maybe
think it would
could
be
get,
good to
and maybe
see.
could get Ernie to do a short paragraph, because everybody's kind of misled, like, that's a lot of money, but it encompasses so much to bring it downtown, that
Whatever.
and it goes all the way over to Chestermore, over to Slap Market. Because you know how Fogarty Beach is, you go under the bridge?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what they're gonna do basically under our bridge, because 106 thinks we need them. We don't need them because they're gonna put a little path underneath there, and that's how you're gonna get to the other side. So technically, we don't need Stonehenge at all.
Okay.
And when they start to deteriorate, if it falls into the bridge, then I'm pretty sure the county will do something to them. And Because you
Stonehenge is
guys
the
just be giving them-
remnants of the, yeah.
Building the
You
building.
got it.
That's a positive when I call Stonehenge,
Yeah.
because, you know, I think it's kind of cute.
As a tourism drive.
And nobody's ever gonna put anything in there, they're just gonna, and some of those pilings are kind of cute, they're diamond shaped, you know, and nobody can ever really paint on them because the guy knows them and he won't let you do it. So they'll just kind of be pilings.
Okay, good stuff. Anything else that we want to,
We have open comments. Try to,
yes,
The place that's across the street there, that's something, it flashed in my mind, the Reed's Opera House over in Salem.
Yeah.
And how they orchestrated that, you know, where they have different shops.
yeah, it
Well,
has
it's just
four commercial units downstairs and 12 apartments upstairs.
Well,
You go.
Oh,
Yeah.
is he talking about the Hyder or the Nutley?
Hyder.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's framed out for the four downstairs. One of them also has a kitchen. So that one, the idea was it was gonna be a coffee shop, bakery type cafe place, and then the other ones will be whatever commercial units they are. And then 12 apartments upstairs with, an 80 apartment downstairs. So,
Yeah, just fixed up, and then cleaned up and stuff, that would.
oh, it was supposed to be beautiful. That was the one, that was the one that went bankrupt.
COVID.
So
COVID
he,
is what happened.
in COVID, yeah, so a lot of his money got sucked into that, but that was where we had our group, working with Oregon Main Street, got a $200,000 grant, and we've been working with him for the last 3 years, and it just dragged on. It was really painful, and it was sad. So, but we're all coming out of that, because it sold apparently, and we're just gonna find out who it sold to.
And you can feel really good that you did something for the community. Because
Not
you
yet.
guys,
Working.
Yeah,
because
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
you did,
got the
Yeah.
ball
you did get
rolling.
the grant.
you got the grant.
They, and
Yeah.
they still talk about them because they got the grant. The mere fact that somebody can't use it is really just a delay. If you
Yeah.
follow the grant, you still get it.
And yeah, okay,
Any
good,
other
okay.
questions on that?
Anything else?
Any
We
other
have,
open
we have
comments?
a couple
Ryan?
minutes, any,
I already said it, but I really want to get involved with the schools more. I feel like I've been to a lot of other schools in the area, and it's very well landscaped out front. And Sheridan, if you go to the front, there's just rocks. There's no
Have you
plants
talked
up
to
front. I'm
the
working with Mr.
superintendent?
Bellotti, I'm working with the school. But it is just like in general, the school is a big driving factor for people to move to Sheridan. They're gonna go look at the schools, they're gonna go look at like the areas. It just looks like it needs a little more pizzazz.
Yeah.
It looks very plain.
Yeah.
Especially fall like that.
Yeah, I do hang baskets.
I do, yeah, I do hanging baskets.
Yeah, I do the water pump things to water.
Yeah, the drip lines, stuff like
Yeah,
that. mixers
If
and
you,
stuff.
you know what would be really cool is if you could give like an estimate of how much it would cost to set one up for a business, then we can include that in the application, saying also, here's an idea for, because we're gonna include the power washing. If we did that,
Mhm.
do you have, Sheridan Revitalization? That's not right. Sheridan@gmail.com, that's what you know.
Take it out.
You know what? We need business cards back.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know
Talk
who
to-
does that? The bulletin.
bulletin
board.
Great.
Really good.
So to action item, we have to get, hey, that's your action item, Ashton.
Why not Jason's? He's not here.
Oh, good. Can you make Jason do it?
I'm sure
That's the way
Jason.
it works when you're not here.
Because then we can give it to everyone that comes to the meeting and then we can help promote. Yeah, so I'm okay. with
Yeah,
it.
because you guys got a logo and everything, don't you?
Yeah.
Do,
Everybody put that
logo
logo
man.
We put it on a big piece of plastic that we hang behind the trash pickup with. Except for last time.
Are you kidding me? You only use it on one thing?
Oh,
No,
no, we used it in the beer
We
garden.
do the beer garden. We do it whenever we go places.
Oh, funny.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, anything else?
We'll be here for another
If you
10 minutes
just
around
wanna-
chat.
we can take, if you wanna take a couple minutes, I can go over the stuff that we did over. Yeah, cool.
Cool.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you can see him, man.
You
Yeah,
should
same.
come up for a tour.
Sure.
Yeah, we have 7 or 8.
I've heard about it.
It's pretty,
Yeah.
that,
I see graffiti.
my school.
I would report that to the city hall.
talked to a few people that
Because it, you know, it's river.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Who do you
where-
talk to?
It's right when you, before you,
Jose, Danae, Sasha, yeah.
Push it out.
Yeah.
There's probably ODOT there. But I would still talk to the city. They can definitely point to the rest of it. And Heidi likes to watch it.
Yeah, we're trying to.
There is
do the
another
next couple
super
of
random
years.
thing,
All
but
plans and all of
if there's, if you see any street lights on the route,
Okay.
So all.
Oh, yeah.
there's a little number at the bottom, like each one has a number
No,
on
no
the
worries.
pole.
Oh,
And if
okay.
you just get that number,
Okay.
they'll come out and fix it.
And if
PD
nobody
just
calls,
doesn't
they
Yeah,
have
won't
if you
come
want-
They
in.
don't have the manpower to go check
Yeah.
everywhere, so they just, when they get reported, they'll come fix it, yeah.
Okay, so the cleanup, we talked about the cleanup.
1, 2, 3, everyone's dismissed, you don't have.
Yes, you don't have to,
You're
if you want to
Right,
start
I was
voting
waiting for my
for
brother
it.
to
Right.
Are you the,
We talked about, so we have
Yeah,
this
so we have
idea,
one
thank you so
problem.
much.
Are you on the bank account?
I don't know.